fasting has 5 obligatory pillars or obligatory things. The first thing is the intention. You have to put in your heart from the previous night that you're going to fast the days of Ramadan. If you don't have the intention to fast, no matter it's obligatory or recommended fast, therefore you didn't fast. So fasting can't be unless you slept and you put in your heart that tomorrow is going to be, I'm going to fast tomorrow the whole month. So you don't need, and I'm going to speak about that later. The second thing is that you don't approach your wife sexually. So you don't practice sex at all. You don't intercourse, especially intercourse, or discharge semen. You're not allowed to intercourse or discharge semen. No matter it's with your wife or with somebody else. If somebody else, that's haram, totally haram. But with your wife, it's permissible out of the time of fasting. In the nights, you're allowed to do that. But in the mornings, you're not allowed to do that. When? From what time? It's from, and don't eat and don't drink from what time? And don't vomit. You're not allowed to vomit unless you vomit it without any intention, actually. So when you put your finger inside your mouth and you vomit, for example, or you mean to vomit, you intend to vomit, that nullifies your fasting. But if you just vomit it, that doesn't nullify your fasting. If you discharge semen in a wet dream or whatever, without any intention, that doesn't nullify your fasting as well. And you're not allowed to let anything enter your stomach, no matter it come or enter inside you, no matter it goes from your mouth or your nose or your ears. Nothing is allowed to enter. So that's why you're not allowed to exaggerate in rinsing and sniffing water when you're doing wudu. Because if something enters your mouth or from your nose to your throat or from your ear to your throat, that would nullify your fasting. Okay? Therefore, what about using injunctions, yeah? Using injunctions if it's the type of this glucose that feeds you, that nullifies your fasting. But if it's just something that you need for anything else, that doesn't nullify your fasting. From which time to which time, all these things have to happen. From the dawn, the real dawn, to the sunsets. What is dawn? Yes, we spoke about dawn in prayer. It's when the real Fajr appears, not the false Fajr. The real Fajr appears when the light is very thick, very thin in the horizon. And then it starts spreading until the day appears and the sun comes out. And in the nights, when the sun sets, and you can see that in the sea, or the horizon, when the sun goes until it disappears, therefore that is Maghrib time, and you're allowed to break your fast in that time.